Hello, and welcome to your 30-minute Hatha Basics Yoga Class. Today we'll be moving through some of the classic yoga postures. We'll move with our breaths. There will be no flows throughout this class. Please focus on your foundation. And I have 3 guidelines for my practice today. Move at your own pace. If you need to take breaks, feel free to take a child's pose, grab some water whenever you need it. Number 2, there should be no pain during your practice. If you're feeling pain, please come out of the pose. And number 3, have fun. So with that, let's get started. We'll start class today in a child's pose position. You can bring your big toes to touch, your knees about mat width. Begin to send your hips to meet your heels and reach your arms out in front as you fold over the mat. Try to rest your forehead on the mat. If it doesn't reach, you can stack your fists just to allow your body to relax. Allow yourself to arrive on your mat. Begin to settle in. Begin to notice your breath. Take a full inhale and a full exhale. Begin to notice if you're holding any tension, if there's tightness in the lower back or the hips. Maybe you can send some breath there. With each inhale, find length from the fingertips out through the tailbone. And with each exhale, maybe you soften down. Beginning to activate your child's pose, begin to press into the palms. Allow the forearms and elbows to rise off the mat. Press into the palms, maybe send your hips a little closer to your heels. Feeling length and a stretch. And find one more breath in here. Exhale it out. And on your next inhale, pressing into your palms, pull yourself up to a tabletop position with your wrists under shoulders, knees under hips. Pressing firmly into the tops of the feet and the palms, engaging the core, keeping the neck nice and long. We'll warm up the spine with some cat-cow movements. On an inhale breath, let the belly sway down, tail tilts up. Pressing into the palms, exhale, spine rounds upward, head drops down. Breathe into cow, let the shoulders melt down the back, gaze is slightly up. Exhale, rounding the spine. And find 3 more rounds at your own pace, allowing the movement to take as long as the breath does. Pausing anywhere where you might need an extra stretch. And find a final inhale, letting the belly drop down. And exhale, really press the mat away to round the spine. Coming back to a neutral spine, just lean back onto the heels and give your wrists a break, roll them out. And when you're ready, you can come back into your tabletop. Again, pressing into the tops of the feet, engaging the core. Find balancing table, extending the right leg behind. Keep the toes on the mat and notice your hips. Notice if your right hip has hiked up in space and draw it down so your hips are level. Maybe you keep your toes on the mat. Maybe you lift the heel up. Inhale, really pressing from the crown of the head back out through the heel. And on the exhale, draw the knee to nose, rounding the spine like cat. Inhale, kick the heel back. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, extend. One more time. Exhale, draw everything in, knee to nose, and extend back to lower down. Take the second side, extending the left leg behind, again starting with the toes on the mat, pressing through the heel to find length and opening. Maybe your toes lift up, and on exhale, draw knee to nose. Inhale, lengthen out. Exhale, knee to nose. Breathe in, kick back. Last one, draw knee to nose, squeeze it in. And inhale to lengthen and lower down. Again, here, take any movements your body may be asking for. Maybe sway the hips from side to side. Roll out the wrists. From your tabletop, we'll begin to set up for our first downward facing dog of the practice. Take your palms 1 hand distance forward. Begin to tuck your toes, and on an exhale breath, send your hips up and back. Ensure that your feet are hip distance or 2 fist distance apart. Really pressing into the palms. Inhale, find length throughout the spine. And as you exhale, maybe you draw your heels closer to the floor. You can walk out the hamstrings if they're still feeling tight, bending one knee and then the other. And coming back to stillness, we'll find one last breath in. Full empty. And as you look forward, just walk to meet your hands. Breathe in, bring your hands to shins or knees, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, just fold forward, keeping a generous bend in the knee. Rooting down through the feet, inhale, rise to extended mountain. And exhale, hands through center. Palms can rest down by the side, facing forward, finding our mountain pose. In your mountain, notice your foundation. Notice all 4 corners of the feet and press them firmly into the mat. Engaging the legs, lifting the kneecaps. Find a tuck of the tail. Inhale, open up the chest. Palms, fingertips are active, receiving the energy from the room. Find a few shoulder rolls here. Inhale the shoulders up towards the ears, backwards and down the torso. Do that 2 more times. Inhale up, back and down. Last one. Begin to find some movement with sun breaths. So bring your fingertips to your hip creases. You may need to bend forward slightly just to find where your hips naturally flex. And with your fingertips here, inhale, broaden the chest, open up. And exhale, folding forward from the hip creases, allowing the hands to release. Breathe in, find a halfway lift. Back is flat. Exhale, just fold. With strong legs, inhale, rise all the way up, extended mountain. Exhale, hands to heart center. One more time. Breathe in, extend the fingertips high. Exhale, forward fold. Breathe in, halfway lift. Crown of the head reaches forward. Exhale, fold. Root to rise. Inhale, come all the way up. Hands to heart center. Extend the hands overhead, interlace the fingers, releasing the index finger, temple hands, find crescent moon. Inhale, reaching up, finding length through the torso, grounding down. And exhale, begin to hinge to the right side, keeping the chest square forward. Breathe in, come up just halfway. And exhale, hinge. Keep the left foot firmly planted. For one more breath. Exhale to hinge. Breathing in, come all the way up. Release the fingertips down, allow the blood to come back into the palms. Take any movements you need. And inhale the hands back up, find temple fingers. Breathe in, find length here. And exhale, hinging to the second side. Just finding movement as we breathe. So your natural inhales will want you to come up just slightly, and your exhales will allow you to stretch and deepen into the pose. One last inhale here. Exhale to hinge. Breathe in to come back to mountain pose. From mountain pose, step the left foot back about 3 feet, find warrior one. Here, find a heel to heel alignment. Back toes are turned out about 45 degrees. Bending into the front knee, ensuring the knee stays over the ankle. Inhale, reaching the arms up overhead, chest faces forward. Breathing in to extend up through the arms. Turn the pinkies in towards each other to create space in the shoulders. And exhale, maybe sink a little deeper. Find 2 more breaths in. Full inhale. Exhale, deepen. Last breath in. Exhale, hands through heart as you open to warrior two. Chest faces towards the long edge of the mat, and stance is a little bit longer with a heel to arch alignment. Breathe in, find length through the torso, reaching the arms front and back. Pressing into the feet, exhale, tuck the tail. 2 more breaths here. Full inhale. Exhale to bend into the front knee. Making sure you can see your big toe. If not, draw the knee open. Last inhale. And exhale, windmill the hands to the inside of the front foot. Drop the back knee as the heel comes off the floor. Should be in a low runner's lunge. Inhale, bring your hands to the bent knee for crescent lunge. Staying here or extending the arms up overhead. Inhale here. Exhale, twisting from the torso to the right, allowing the left hand to come to the knee. Right arm extends back. Finding length with the inhales and maybe twisting deeper on the exhale. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, plant the hands, step the foot back to tabletop, and find a round of cat-cows. Breathing in, let the belly drop down. Pressing into the palms, exhale, spine rounds. 1 more breath in. And exhale, sending the hips high, find downward facing dog. Pressing firmly into the palms. Elbow creases turn inward to create space in the shoulders. Relax the neck. Breathe in, extend the left leg high. Exhale, sweep it forward for warrior one, second side, using the hand to help the foot forward if needed. Keep the hands on the mat. Find the heel to heel alignment as the back toes turn out 45 degrees. And once you've found your foundation, inhale, rise to warrior one. Exhale to bend into the front knee. Inhale, really reaching up through the fingertips and grounding down with each exhale. Last breath in here. Exhale the palms through center, open up for warrior two. Again, finding a longer stance and a heel to arch alignment. Breathing in, reach the arms front and back. Notice the back arm, if it's dipping down, bring it level. And exhale to sink a little deeper. 1 more breath here. And exhale, windmill the hands down to the inside of the front foot for low runner's lunge. Breathe in, bring the hands to the knee, crescent lunge. Maybe you reach the arms up overhead. And exhale, this time twisting to the left, opposite hand to knee, left arm reaches back. Lengthening on the inhales and twisting on the exhales. Last breath in, last breath out. Coming back to center, planting the hands and stepping back to a tabletop position. Taking another round of cat-cow or any other movements that feel good for your body. From tabletop, begin to walk your palms forward and come into a plank position. Knees can remain on the mat or be lifted. Inhale, finding length through the crown, really pressing out through the heels if your knees are lifted. And with control, hugging the elbows in towards the ribs. Exhale, lower down with control all the way. We'll find 3 baby cobras, pressing firmly into the tops of the feet. Inhale, find a light lift of the chest. Exhale, lower down. Breathe in to lift. Strong legs. Exhale, lower. This time, breathe in, lift the chest, stay for the exhale. Inhale, hover the hands, draw the shoulders down the back. Stay here for the exhale. Last breath in to find length and lift. And exhale to release down. Bringing one ear to the mat. And bending the knees, allowing the feet to fall from side to side, finding a nice sacral release. You can bring the opposite ear to the mat. Maybe find some stillness as we ground the front body here. Feeling a gentle stretch through the neck. Can bring your palms underneath your shoulders, very gently pushing yourself up to a tabletop position, and then finding a comfortable seated position. We'll find a simple seated twist, bringing your right hand behind your right hip to prop yourself up like a kickstand, keeping length in the spine. Inhale, extend the opposite arm up overhead, and exhale from the belly, twisting toward the right. Opposite hand can come to the right knee. Pausing on the inhale. Exhale, maybe the chest and the gaze can begin to twist. The twisting action always starts from the belly, and then the chest, and then the gaze. One more breath here. Exhale, come back to center. Setting up for the second side, the left hand presses into the mat behind the left hip. Inhale, the opposite arm up overhead. And from the belly, exhale, twisting to the left. Again, opposite hand to the knee. Length on the inhales. Twisting on the exhales. And on your next breath in, come back to center. Maybe find a gentle counter pose just for a second. And come back to center. Keeping your sits bones firmly rooted into the mat, you can extend your legs out in front in an open V position. It may help if you're finding your hips tight, you may want to lift your hips. So if you have a pillow or something, you can sit on it. It will help with the pelvic tilt for a forward fold. So rooting down through the sits bones, palms can be on the mat in front, getting tall through the spine. And as you exhale, gently walk your hands forward until you feel a nice, healthy stretch. Keep the legs active in this pose with the toes flexing towards the face and thighs pressing into the mat. You can stay here and breathe into the stretch. Maybe with each exhale you can fold a little deeper. Inhale to find a tall, straight spine. And as you exhale, allow the back to round, allow yourself to soften down, allow the head to fall, if that feels okay. Few more moments here, knowing that you can come out if this is too much. Pressing into your palms, inhale, begin to walk your hands back up to a tall spine. You can bring your feet together and just wiggle out the feet, let them fall from side to side, bend the knees. Just work out the stretch. You can bring your feet onto the mat, bending the knees, allowing the knees to fall from side to side like windshield wipers. And as your hips begin to shift forward, you can allow yourself to come back onto your back, hugging in the knees. Maybe you find a gentle rock back and forth to massage the back. Setting up for a bridge pose, allow the feet to rest on the mat, keep the knees bent. Arms are long by the side. Heels should be just out of reach of your fingertips, and feet should be hip distance. It's important to keep your gaze forward at the ceiling in this pose, so try not to turn your head to the screen and just follow my cues. So pressing firmly into your feet, into your upper arm bones. Inhale, begin to lift the pelvis up. Remaining here, maybe you bend the elbows, fingertips point towards the ceiling, really pressing into the triceps to open up the chest. Pressing into the feet, maybe you lift the hips a little higher. Find your breath here. Last full inhale. And very gently exhale, lower down vertebrae by vertebrae. Releasing down onto the mat. And with your feet resting on the mat, or for a deeper twist, you can hug the knees into the chest and allow the knees to fall to the right side. If this is too much of a twist for you, you can use a block or a pillow to rest under the knees so you don't twist as deep. Find whatever feels good for you for a supine twist. Allow gravity to do the work here, and notice if you're holding any tension in your body. Try to release and relax it down. I tend to grip in my bottom hip here, so maybe notice if you're doing the same and let it go. Breathing in, come back to center and find the second side. This side may feel completely different than the first, So you may need a prop if you didn't before. Just notice and listen to your body. Again, noticing any tension or tightness that you're holding on to, and release it down. Breathing in, come back to center, draw the knees up, and take any final movements that your body may be asking for before setting up for your final savasana, your final resting pose. I consider this pose to be the most important as we allow our practice to integrate and find stillness of the body and mind. Allowing your legs to come long, arms by your side. Again, palms face up to receive from the room. Take a full deep breath in and sigh it away. And do that one more time. Breath in and let it go. Try to remain here on your mat with your breath for the next 2 minutes, and I will let you know when your Shavasana is over. Staying exactly as you are for as long as you'd like, or beginning to wiggle the fingers and the toes, roll the ankles and the wrists, waking up the body. Maybe you interlace the fingers, reach up above the head for a full body stretch. And when you're ready, using your arm as a pillow, rolling over to your side in fetal position. Using your top arm to push yourself up, find a comfortable seated position with your eyes closed or gaze lowered. Take a final breath in together, full inhale. Let it go. Bringing your palms to heart center in gratitude for your practice, for your mind, body, and breath. Namaste.